Alf, today we cover the most annoying sports card influencer that we saw going back a few years. A powerful guy in our hobby that now, just like his buddy, and we'll get into it here in a minute, has gotten into collectibles, another kind of collectibles. What the... What's going on, sports card hobby family? It's another day. It's a double header. I'm actually trying to squeeze this one out here. Second video today, and it has been a monster of a day. In like an hour, we've got Off-Centered coming on, Neo. I don't know if Steve's going to make it. And we got Hambone joining in after a few weeks. We've been on hiatus. Everybody's been busy, been traveling, all sorts of crazy. But we've got Off-Centered coming up here probably when I actually get this loaded up, probably like 5 minutes later. I just watched Jeff Wilson's show, his weekly show. And he had on public figure Josh Thomas Jefferson Luber. But first we got to shout out Card Capsule, your place for hobby supplies. Guys, we have a huge coupon code coming up on Friday. Stick around. 30% off is coming your way on Friday. You're going to want to tune into that episode. We'll announce exactly how to get it. Waterproof cases, all the goodness, bulk deals on great supplies at Card Capsule. Stay tuned for that. That's coming up on Friday. JustCollect.com. You've got a collection. You don't know what it's worth. Easy appraisal form on the JustCollect.com website. Leighton Sheldon would talk to you, tell you what it's worth, help you out. Been in the industry a very long time, reputable. And he has a Just Collect YouTube channel where he does share recent collections that he bought, why he bought it, what cards are in it, educate you on the different cards. He's a vintage card machine, so definitely check out justcollect.com. All right, man, I thought this interview was really rich. This is one of the guys that I am not happy with at all in the hobby, and I feel like he got a lot of fanfare, and here's the reason why, okay? So a lot of these guys, they've got, one hit, they're kind of one-hit wonders, and for this guy, it was StockX. StockX was a company that he founded. He ended up selling it for $1 zillion. And then because of that, of course, he's got, people that think he knows stuff and he's important and this or that or whatever. And it trickled down into our collectible space. I think he said he got into it in 2018 or 2019, same time actually that I did and Jeff Wilson did, getting back into the hobby and so forth. But, I look at a lot of these guys as kind of part of the run-up, part of the hype machine, part of the clique that got together and really put a lot of money into trading cards, which, of course, what happened? 2020 and 2021 was the huge middle finger boom where we saw kind of that big rise and then the big fall afterwards. And I'm not saying it's all these guys' fault, but this is kind of the crew that I think of when I think of like what was happening at the time and how did this happen and what kind of prompted it and so forth. The thing that irritates me when I'm listening to this thing is just like Gary Vee. Gary Vee got in, talked a lot about cards. I was on a couple of his shows going back to 2020. I was on Tea with Gary Vee and some of these shows talking to him about cards. I was all into it. I was like, hey, we're all in this together, right? No, we're definitely not. I mean, Gary Vee probably does still buy sports cards, doesn't talk about it at all. What is he doing now? He's focused on these stupid V Friends cards, a Sesame Street brand of cards and stuffed animals. Oh, well, hold on a second. Stuffed animals. Well, guess who's also doing stuffed animals? Well, I guess they're like little statues that he's making. Josh Luber. He's talking here on this show about how he's got Ghostwrite. Ghostwrite. These are collectible toys, and they have a deal with AFA. AFA is the largest action figure grader. And the problem is we've moved so far away from the organic collectability of this stuff. This would be considered, I guess, a vintage action figure going back to the 80s. And I know there's action figures going back to the 40s and 50s and 60s. But when you're talking about mass popularity and people collecting, it was Ninja Turtles, it was Masters of the Universe, it was Thundercats and so forth. We're now in a world where we're trying to mass produce collectability. We're trying to create collectibles. And that's never really the way that it goes organically. It's creating, and in his case, in Luber's case, he's got his little statues of different brands or whatever. I don't really get it. I don't get it. Like a statue with army pants is one guy, and I guess there's like a Caitlin Clark version. He's got different licensing or whatever that he's doing. but he's only making 16 of them, or he's only making 25 of them, or he's only making this. So we're always doing this parallel, or this thing, right? Oh, and this was the best. This was the best. The thing that I think is really ruining trading cards, ruining it, yes, I'll say it, I think it's ruining trading cards, is excessive, I'm not going to say breaks and repacks general, but excessive breaks and repacks, with the industry going all in on breaks and repacks. And guess what Josh is talking about with his toys? He's doing breaks with the damn toys. I don't even know how that works. It just sounds so dumb. Are these things going to be on Whatnot? They're going to be doing a break for toys on Whatnot. Oh my God, I got the yellow one. It's numbered out of 16. James, you got the red one? Like, what sort of idiotic bullshit is this? But this is literally what it is. You know, I was just talking about someone paid $1.5 million for the Game of Thrones replica, the Iron Throne. It's not the Iron Throne from the show. It's literally like a guy built out the Game of Thrones Iron Throne thing, which makes me think like, hell, I need to get on my bronze working. I need to start working on my bronze working skills. If someone's going to pay $1.5 million for a replica of the Iron Throne, I mean, people just throwing money around for any sort of thing. And it's guys like this that they're here for you, dude. They're here for you. We got this yellow toy statue thing, you know, that we're doing. And it's got an NFT built into it probably. You know, I mean, like, it's incredible. It is really, really incredible to me. And so not only does this happen, but this is also the guy that he started Fanatics. He started Fanatics Collectibles. That's in his bio. Started Fanatics Collectibles with Michael Rubin. He's no longer a part of that. He said in this episode that he's still on good terms with all those guys and Mike, but he wasn't really looking at the camera or Jeff when he said it. I don't know. It's kind of an awkward thing. I don't know if he left on good terms. I have no idea. But man, that was an awkward part of the interview. It's kind of like, yeah, I still talk to him. Didn't really feel like it. Didn't feel like it at all. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. He's in charge of Zero Cool, which had the Stranger Things stuff. I collect Stranger Things cards. They actually put out some decent looking cards. There was so much potential in pop culture for that stuff. And I don't know what happened, if he bounced or Michael Rubin didn't like it. Someone didn't like it and somebody bounced out. They ended up not doing it. But I don't know, their Topps Chrome Star Wars sells pretty well. They've got stuff that sells in the pop culture realm. So it's not as if they were like, Luber, you're an idiot, we're not doing pop culture. They're still doing pop culture stuff. They just released Garbage Pail Kids, like Topps Chrome Garbage Pail Kids stuff. So something obviously happened there. There's a rift. There's probably a difference of opinion on whatever they were going to do. But I just look at him as like, it's like another guy. He's like, he comes in, he's going to revolutionize this or that or whatever. And then he bounces out and he's Gary Vee with his own friggin' toy line. I got toys. I got some toys that we can do that are numbered. You know what I mean? Like, no, we're not buying it. We're not buying the toys. I'll buy Masters of the Universe. I'll buy Thundercats. I'll buy all the good stuff, the organically collectible stuff. But, you know, again, we're just in this world now. And it's kind of the danger that Topps has and Fanatics has. Panini's on the way out. But even Panini, they're going to still make cards moving into the future. They might not have the licenses, but they'll be doing something. They'll have unlicensed, just like Topps is doing unlicensed Wembanyama. I just saw that Panini signed Alabama's quarterback to an exclusive deal. Panini has got Caitlin Clark on an exclusive deal. So what happens when Topps takes over the WNBA license? That'll happen next couple of years. You're going to have what? Caitlin Clark autos are going to be in the Panini. It's the same damn story. So we now have years ahead of us, and this might be a permanent thing. This might be like 10 years from now, Panini's still signing, you know, people coming out of school, and Topps is doing their thing, but all these products are split. You know, you're trying to pick, oh, okay, this football product is going to have this person's autos, but then you're going to want to go to Panini to get that person's autos. Like, we might be looking at a decade or two of that. You know, it might not get cleared up here in the next couple of years, next few years. So I'm just looking at all the players in play right now. And I just don't know, man. When you look at new product and you look at all the things that are going on and all the new inventions and things that they're expanding on, the gambling side of the hobby or just all the new product gimmicky stuff, I don't know. I mean, I know there's a lot of people that love it or enjoying it. They're having a good time with it. But I just feel like, how many repeat customers are you going to have in this world, you know, in that world? You know, I don't see it. I don't see you have people that just keep on coming back for more repacks. I don't see them just keep on coming back for more breaks. It's going to end at some point. You know how it won't end and they stay in the hobby? They move to buying singles. They just buy singles because they can afford it and they can collect like that. Then they can get their favorite players' cards and so forth, and they can collect it, and they're not getting sucked into, the hype machine. And that's really what this is. It's just people taking advantage now of the hype machine and just, oh, collectibles are hot. Hey, everybody come out with your own line. This is the new game plan. Everybody come out with your own line of collectible. Throw your name on it and your brand behind it and sell it off to your audience. I mean, hell, maybe we need to have sports card Alf. We need to have Alf sports card dad dolls. That's what we need to start doing. We need to start our own toy line here. I mean, everybody else is doing it. Everyone else is creating their own card or toy line or whatever they've got. It's wild, man. It is absolutely wild. But anyway, let me know. Are you buying the ghosts from Josh? Are you going to be buying these? Are you going to get the yellow one or the red one or the army pants one? Let me know in the comments. Stay healthy, stay awesome, and I'll talk to you again later.